I'm here with senior Jinise Trueblood. Jinise, you're returning for your last season on the MSUB women's cross country team. What has been your overall impression of the team so far this season?
The team kind of has two halves, a young half and the oldies like me, and so it's been fun kind of to show the new girls the ropes, and we're really starting to meld together and work together as a team as we start pushing our times down.
So, leading off of that, what were some of your goals coming into your final fall season?
To be honest, having fun was my first and foremost goal. I'm excited to be finishing out my um, last year here, and I think that having fun and enjoying what I'm doing is going to lead to success out on the course. So, in addition to that, just maybe helping mentor some of the new girls so that there's somebody here to take my place next year.
So, the team's had 5 races so far. Talk about some of the performances that you've seen.
I've seen big improvements in performances, which is great. As you start to bring your times down, there's always up days and down days, especially for some of the newer girls. But that's really exciting to see that leveling out as we get down to what we're all really capable of towards the end of the season.
So, this Friday is the Yellowjacket Invitational at Amon Park. It's returning to the course at Amon. Why don't you talk a little bit about heading back down there for the second time?
Amond is a really exciting place to run, especially for anybody who wants to come out and watch us. You can see basically all 3.5, 4 miles of our women's course, and that means you get to see all of the people you're competing against. So it's a really fun place to try and get out there on a flat course and set a personal best.
So it's going to be a smaller meet, coming off the very large GRIAC that you were at in Minnesota, but still some good Division II competition that you'll be seeing.
Yeah, GRIAC is a really overwhelming meet. You kind of just get swept up from the start to the finish. So this race at Amond really presents an opportunity to focus on what you know you can do and where your training has brought you rather than being focused on the hundreds of people around you.
So it's just a couple more weeks into the GNAC championship, so it is a good opportunity for the women's team to really go out there and see where they are. What would you like to see for yourself and for the team to accomplish this Friday?
I'd like to see a big 6K PR for me. Um, it's been a while since I've run down under, about 25 or 26 minutes in that 6K, so I'd like to get that time down there. And I think as a team, what's really important is I'd like to see us all start to move up. I'm kind of in the lead of the 5, 6, 7th place girls, and seeing us move up closer to the top 3 is a huge goal that will really start bringing our team score down, which will be important in the championship season.
Great. Well, thank you, Jinise, and good luck.
Thanks.
I'm here with junior Garrett Love. Garrett, you're entering your 3rd season with MSUB. You've moved up well this year. In the last 2 races, you finished 2nd for the team. Why don't you talk a little bit about your progress so far?
So, progress so far, it's just been grinding out the miles. We're right now, I think we're starting to get into that stage where we're starting to get into that anaerobic phase. So, times will start dropping, everything will get faster. The team's progressing really well, but I'm excited for the next couple of meets.
So the team this season has got a lot of different looks on a lot of different courses. You've been in Alaska, you've been to Bozeman, you've been to Minnesota. Talk about some of the races and how that has played into your training this season.
So when we were up in Alaska, that course was pretty much a hilly course. It was a different course than 2 years ago. We went off onto some trails off into the trees, and it was a lot tougher than I expected it to be. Then when we got up to Bozeman, it's just a pretty generic flat course other than the start, but we had some D1 competition. I think we did really good. Bob obviously won the thing, so that's pretty good. And then heading up to GRIAC, that's probably our biggest meet of the season. So we were expecting high things. We kind of tapered off a little bit to get ready for that meet. We were hoping to place higher than what we did, but as a team, we still did pretty good.
So the men's team, you won your first race and then you did finish 8th at the GRIAC. Does that actually give you some confidence heading into, the next few weeks?
Yeah, that gives me plenty of confidence for the team. I've noticed throughout the workouts that our top runners have been progressing really well. Jory's been doing really good. Mark has been doing really well. Josh, he's redshirting, but next year, he'll be really good. And then everyone else on the team, Ivan, everyone else has been pretty good so far.
So the team that won the GRIAC, Black Hills State, will be at your home meet this Friday. Is the team excited to have the chance to race against them again?
Oh yeah, we're really excited to race against Black Hills again. I think that they're a nationally ranked team, and we all know that. But we will be excited for the challenge. We will be racing them on our home course, so we're pretty excited for that.
So it is a smaller meet on Friday, but definitely some opportunities for the team to step up before the week you head to the GNAC.
Yep, I don't expect anything specific. I'm hoping that we can do really well against Black Hills. I know that our 3 through 7 runners, they've been doing really well over the workouts. Matt, we haven't seen him recently. Jory, he's been doing really well. He was fighting some chest problems at GRIAC, so he didn't have the race he wanted. Mark, I think, will be doing really well. Then we're going to have our 6 and 7 runner, Ivan. I know he's coming back from injury, but he'll do pretty good too, I expect. And then Liam, he's just getting over a cold, but he'll be right up there with our top runners.
Should be a very exciting race on Friday. Thanks, Garrett.
Thank you.
I'm here with MSUB cross-country coach Dave Coppock. Dave, your team's had a week off from the big GRIAC. Why don't you talk a little bit about where the team is right now?
Yeah, we got back from GRIAC almost 2 weeks ago, and we didn't have a meet this last weekend. It's a long trip to get out to GRIAC and back, and it's a big meet. We had a few people that were a little maybe sick around that time, and on the men's team, and we did okay, I'd say, but it wasn't it's not as good as we could have done, I think. Robert had a pretty good race there. Robert Peterson, he placed 4th, and I think he was feeling a little tired from all the training we're doing. I wanted to have him step back just a little bit in his training, but he kept his mileage pretty high that week still, and I think that and a lot of schoolwork piling up. I know he was a little stressed out with school. He's got had a lot to do that week, and so I think he was just a little tired. He went out early with Alec Baldwin from Black Hills State, who's a All-American in track, and they led the first mile, and he faded a little bit after that, but he still ran a good strong 4th place. The women are still behind from last year. I think for a lot of reasons, some of them weren't able to train as much as they should have over the summer. So I hope we can get caught up, and we tried to use these last couple of weeks to kind of come back in our get back in our fitness a little bit. Rio Frame should be back this week, doing real well. Brielle Davis has been running great all season, and she's been really our most consistent runner all season. I gotta hand it to her for really putting in a solid summer of training, and she's been our top runner for the last couple meets. So once we get Rio healthy, that'll help our women's chances a little bit too.
So this Friday is the Yellowjacket Invitational, and you're returning to Amond Park. Talk a little bit about the meet this Friday.
Yeah, Amond Park, that's the site of the 2014 and 2016 the NCAA West Region Championships, and yeah, we want to run a meet out there just to keep getting used to running that course and setting it up too, because we want to kind of get all the bugs out and always do a good job for regionals. So it helps to run some meets out there. There was a high school meet out there earlier this season. So it's a new course for everybody. So but yeah, we're looking forward to getting out there again, and there'll be 6 teams in this meet, so it's not a big meet, but it'll help our team run together a little bit. They're not lost in a big long line of runners, with like 300 and some odd runners that we experienced at GRIAC. The fields will be pretty small, so they can at least see each other up there and then work on maybe packing up. The teams to watch there will of course be Black Hills. On the men's side will be Black Hills State, and they were kind of a surprise winner at GRIAC. They upset Augustana out there, and that was a big win for Black Hills. They put 3 guys in the top 20, and that's pretty significant in a big meet like that. Alec Baldwin was the individual winner at GRIAC, and he'll be here. And so I think he and Robert will have a good duel out there. That's going to be pretty exciting to watch. That's probably one of the best head-to-head individual meets we'll see here with Robert and Alec. And they're good friends. They met at Nationals last year for cross country, and they hung out together there in Louisville, and they got to see each other at several Black Hills meets, and then at indoor nationals. So they're both supportive of each other. They're good friends off the course, but when they get out there, they're going to really be competing against each other. So it'll be really fun to see those guys. So I'm hoping our men can run maybe a little closer to Black Hills, and South Dakota Mines will be there as well, and they've got a pretty good men's team. Then the other schools will be Rocky Mountain College and Central Wyoming College, along with Northern Montana, MSU Northern. And I think it'll be it's a good chance to run against 2 other Division II schools with South Dakota Mines and Black Hills State. So I think the men's race will be a good competitive meet. On the women's side, we beat Black Hills State at GRIAC, and South Dakota Mines beat our women at GRIAC, and we were all pretty close. So I think that women's race is going to really be close between the 3 teams. And so in a smaller meet like this, the placing isn't as amplified as it is in a big meet, because you could have 50 people between a couple places. In this meet, the scores will be a lot lower and a lot closer together. So it'll be really important to see how our top 5 do against, say, Black Hills or South Dakota Mines top 5. Rocky just has a couple girls running. See, MSU Northern, I'm pretty sure they have a full team, and I think Central Wyoming just has a couple girls as well. But the big race on the women's side is going to be between the 3 D2 schools out here, which will be a lot of fun for our women.
That sounds very exciting. Thanks,
Yeah.
Dave.
Yeah.